Let's have a look at the club calendar. Club calendar can be found under the main menu. A few links down. Go ahead and click on club calendar. This calendar is visible to anybody. Members, administrators, and non-members. Anybody coming to your website can click on this link and can see the entries. So you do want to be mindful of what you do enter in this calendar. The calendar is a fairly simple online calendar, similar to many of the online calendars you might have seen before. To move forward in months, simply click the arrow buttons. To move back, click the other arrow. If you want to get to the day, today, you click on the Today button. It'll instantly jump you back to where you are. You can see the calendar is available in month view, in week view, and in day view. So let's start by keeping it on month view. Scrolling down a little bit, we'll take a look at the key underneath. The key tells us what club meetings look like, what your added events look like, what the administrator added events, and member added events. Now keep in mind that the club calendar is set up for members to be able to add events. So as soon as you are logged in, you will see the calendar a little bit differently. You will be able to actually click on any day and add events into the day. Now this is something that you do want to discuss with your club officers to find out what your policy is about adding events, what kind of events you are able to add or you're allowed to add if you want to use that term. Let's say, for example, we are an advanced club, and as an advanced club we have many authors, writers and speakers, professional speakers in our club. So let's say that I am giving a seminar on the 21st of September. I, as the user, the standard member logged in to the website, as we could tell, will click on September 21st. Dialog will pop up asking me for the event name. And the URL, so I might want to enter the URL of the bookstore, or if there is a specific event URL, perhaps I have a website where I'm explaining this event in great detail, I can enter it there. Maybe I don't, and all I want to say is speaking at bookstore, the Barnes & Noble bookstore at 123 Main Street. I could just enter it in the description, and that will show up on the event. I could choose to make it a one-time event, a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. If I choose nothing, by default it'll be a one-time event, which this will be. Then I'll just click Create Event. Now if the event doesn't automatically pop up, your browser did not recognize the automatic refresh, so you can just click on the forward and click back. You could click on Week View or Month View, or you could click the refresh button in your browser and the event will show up. It depends on what's going on with your browser, what are the applications you have going on, and so forth, if you're going to be able to see additions instantly or deletions or any kind of changes. So as you can see, this is coded with yellow with a blue text that signifies that it's one of my events that I personally added. Now as the administrator of the website, he or she can go to your event, click on it the same way we could, and edit the event. Let's say I just wanted to specify the town, and then click Edit Event, and that new information will show up on the calendar automatically. Or the administrator or you can click on the event and also delete the event if you were so inclined. Now that shows you how to add an event just for the day. Let's say you want to be a little bit more specific. Let's say our event was at 7 p.m. Well, instead of just clicking on the month view, I'm going to either the week or the day view. And I'd prefer just to do the week view for now. I'll scroll forward to find September 21st. Here we go. And my event's going to be at 7 p.m. So at 7 p.m., let's say I'm going to be there from 7 until 9. I will drag, whoops, a little premature. I will grab on that, I will drag it all the way to 9. I'll let go. And then I can put the speaking event with one eye. And other information, one time, create event. and that will create the event for that specific time. I click back on the month view, and there I am. Now we can see that the event is associated with the time, which of course gives the viewers of the calendar a little bit more information. Now let's say that, once again, I want to delete the event. I could just click on the event at any time, click delete event. I want to keep the calendar clean, so I'm doing that. Let's say we have a social event going on every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. So we can set up a recurring event. Again, I want to do this in week form, in the week view, I should say. And I'm going to go back to Wednesday, September 7th. I'm going to scroll down until I find 7 p.m. Here we go, 7 p.m. And the social hour is 1 hour from 7 to 8. I select it, I drag it, enter the name, and I'm going to click weekly now because it goes on every week. Create event. There we go, that popped up. I'm going to click on month view, and we can see that month after month for a period of 1 year, it has created my event every single week on Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Now say, for example, on October 26th, for some reason we're not having the event, and I know that ahead of time. Well, I could click on that single event, and I could just get rid of this event, that one event, or I could, of course, click on any event and get rid of all of the events. Let's say we decide not to do the social hour, or this and after. And there we go. That keeps things nice and clean, nice and neat. As you see here, we have our club meeting every 6th Thursday, the first Thursday of the month. Now, you as a member wouldn't be involved in putting these entries up there. In fact, the administrator doesn't even add these entries to the calendar. They're automatically added and entered when the administrator, the Toastmaster, the VP Ed adds a new agenda. Once they add the agenda, that entry is automatically added to the calendar. And if you click on that entry, you will automatically be taken to the appropriate agenda. And you get back to the calendar, of course, just by clicking on Club Calendar. A couple more things that you might want to be able to know how to do to come in handy. Let's say there's an event going on all week, September 5th through the 9th. I click on the 5th, I drag my mouse all the way to the 9th to select all of those days. I let go, and I'm going to say, let's say perhaps it's Speak Week, pretending that's a national holiday. And it'll just be a one-time event. I could put information about it, whatever. Click on Create Event. There we go. Speak Week, right there. It's dragged the entire time. Let's say, oh, I made a mistake. Speak Week isn't the 5th through the 9th. It's the 12th through the 16th. Well, of course, I could delete the event and just recreate it. That's not a big deal. But easier than that, I could just grab it, drag on it, and drop it. And that will keep the event on those dates. And that's basically how you use the calendar. Once again, if you are not logged in, you will see things a little bit differently. For example, let's log out as the member, view the club calendar as anybody, as the public, and the only thing that really changed is my Speak Week does not show up as yellow anymore. It shows up as a member added event, not your added event, because of course the website does not know who I am anymore now that I logged out. And as just a regular user, I cannot click anywhere on the dates and create an event. Regular users cannot do that. You have to be a member. You have to be logged in to be able to create an event, edit an event, and delete an event. And that's how you use the club calendar.